Welcome back. Here's our cross-country preview. Welcome to the show, Coach.
Thanks for having me.
This is a big way to start the season, but your men's cross-country team was picked to win the Peach Belt Conference Championships in the league preseason poll after grabbing a runner-up finish last season at the championships. What are your overall thoughts on being selected to win the league by your coaching peers, and how much pressure does that put on your team at the start of the season?
It's definitely something we always want to grab because there's only one preseason poll, but it also comes as a double-edged sword. We want to be the top dog, but we want to be the top dog in October, not necessarily in August. So I think the guys have grabbed it, and they're running with it right now, no pun intended, just to make sure that they know that the task at hand is October and not now, and we really have to back it up down the road with definitely even the regional rankings.
Continuing with the men, you have a deep roster of 19 runners. Who are some of the returners that you expect to make a big impact on your team? And in the same regards, who are some of the newcomers we should be watching?
Having 19 guys is a blessing. We're about 10 to 12 deep with where we want to be. So Joel Johnston, senior Joel Johnston, senior Matt Reith, senior Neb, and then we've got juniors Tim Sigmund. So the guy side, we've reloaded with them, that we're looking to do great things on that side, and then bringing in 4 scholarship freshmen this year, and 3 of them already are showing their worth in practice. We've only had like 2 workouts, so it's really good to be deep on cross, but it also spells a lot more on the track to where we've got guys that can score hopefully in the 5, the 10, the steeple, and they're not doubling or tripling, so we can get quality points.
The women, who placed 5th last year at the championships, were selected to finish 6th overall in their respective PBC preseason poll. Was that a placement you expected to see for the women, and how will you use that announcement to motivate them?
It's a good. I think it's something the girls can only go up from here. We're heavy on the senior leadership. Leah's put in a really good summer, and with Kendall Boykin, Olivia, Savannah, very heavy on the upperclassmen. So I think we're underrated, I think, for sure. So we're just looking to use that to our advantage to kind of fly under the radar until conference and race.
You have 10 ladies on your roster, with the majority of them having several years' experience racing for the black and gold. Who do you think will step out of the bunch and become leaders? And in the same regards, of your newcomers, who's going to challenge your veterans on race day?
I think as the freshman, it's one of those, we're going to see what happens. Nothing's really stood out so far at practice, which is good. But I think the Leahs, the Kendalls, and the Savannahs of the team are the ones that at any one time we could have 3 different number 1s in the first 3 races. That spells volumes of where they are as a team, and to have a GA, Laura Sagowski, with 2 national championship team trophies under her belt has definitely eased my plate a little bit, and I think has really motivated the girls to come together as a whole this year.
What are some of the goals you've set for both of your teams, and what are some of the other expectations you have now that you have a season under your belt as head coach at UNCP?
Definitely not to lose conference on the guys' side by 10 points. So we joke around that if everybody plays past one more person, then we would have won. But I think the guys have a huge chip on their shoulder from last year. I think it still kind of makes them a little rough around the edges. But the main thing is just to stay healthy, stay motivated. It's a different field this year than it was last year, which is very encouraging. Maybe it's because we've got more staff. But the guys and the girls have both excelled in preseason. We had a really good preseason camp up in Boone over the weekend. But the main goal is obviously to win conference, place as high as we can there, and get either a team or individuals to nationals.
By the time this show airs, you'll be about 12 hours removed from your first race of the season at the USC Upstate Eye Opener. What should we expect to see, and what outcomes are you hoping for?
Hoping we can open up the way we're training right now. We hope we can open up. Obviously, we'll probably be a little more conservative at Upstate on both sides. The main thing we want to get out of that meet is really get the freshmen involved on both sides to make sure, especially the guys going from a 5K to an 8K, to bring them along so that when we go to the pre-Peach Belt meet at North Georgia, we can do what we need to do, get a good course preview in there, and just kind of build each week, both the guys and the girls. I think it's going to be a very exciting year.
Thanks, Coach, so much for being on the show, and we'll talk to you later in the season.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you for watching this week's edition of the Black and Gold Report. Until next week, go Braves.